What's going on, everybody? Mr. Everything back again. Did you miss me? You know what I'm saying? I didn't really do nothing last week as far as the car thing is concerned, not even Project Lowrider. Because the car show that I was going to go to, they ended up canceling it. I don't know if it was, due to quarantining and all that type of stuff and social distancing. I don't know about all that. But it did happen to rain, you know what I'm saying, the same day. So, didn't do nothing look like that last week, you know what I'm saying? Because when I come to y'all, I want to go ahead and bring y'all something at least that I'm working on personally, or a decent car show, some decent, footage, you know what I mean? But go ahead and hit that like button, you know what I'm saying? Don't cost you nothing. Subscribe to that channel if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you kindly. And rain, sleet, hail, snow, or shine, nothing, and I mean nothing stops the grind, you know what I mean? So, without further ado, about to roll that beautiful green footage. Look at that thing right there. Woo. You know what I'm saying? Always got to get that nice shot. She ain't perfect, but she's perfect for me. She still need work, you know what I'm saying? But we going, we working on it, you know what I mean? This week, what we gonna do? Yeah, got to get that. Ooh, look at it. Gotta put some air in that front tire. But what we're gonna do today is we're gonna take an attempt to work on the exhaust. Now, a lot of things I do are budget, you know what I'm saying, on this channel. I'm not spending a whole bunch of money. We're not trying to sit there, spend a whole lot. This is for the person who is going to work every single day, just like me. And you gotta take the amount of money that you got and you gotta work with that. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying, ain't no flexing around here. It is what it is. Even if I had a whole lot, I still would try to find some of the more cost, you know what I'm saying, effective ways to do what I do. So today we're gonna tackle the exhaust. I don't know if y'all ever noticed, but when I start this thing up, you know what I'm saying, it's got when I start this thing up, it sounds like it's probably cammed out or something like that. No, it is not. It's a 2.8 V6 motor, manual transmission, you know what I mean? And so we're gonna attempt to repair the exhaust. We have an exhaust wrap sheet right here, you know what I'm saying? So the things we're gonna need today is the wrap, got the clamps, you know what I'm saying? Trusty dusty plastic right there, you know what I'm saying? So we can get on that ground. Normally had a box, but we ain't using the box this time. And some of those trusty dusty, you know what I'm saying, snips, them little tin snips, aluminum, whatever you want to call it. Everybody's a critic. But we got that. Then we also got jack stands, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be under there working, doing your thing, and all of a sudden, and then ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody to save you, you know what I mean? Just underneath the lowrider, and they're like, oh, he just working on the lowrider, but anyway. But we about to get into it, you know what I'm saying? We about to get nice and down and dirty out here, cause we ain't finna be luxurious and trying to be fresh to death while we working on the lowrider. So I'm gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, go in and go get changed up. You know what I mean? Go put on one of them old Mr. Miyagi khaki suits from Karate Kid. You know what I'm saying? And but before we get started, I at least got to get it up in the air. Put the jack stands underneath. Up. Enough of that. We're about to go ahead and get up under this thing, you know what I mean? And see what we're working with. But oh yeah, before I do that, let me start this thing for y'all real quick, so y'all can see, so y'all can hear what it sounds like before we get started. Notice with that exhaust leak. You can hear that little tat 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 tat. It ain't all bad under there, but we're gonna try to get we're gonna try to go ahead and get some footage underneath so y'all can actually see what we working with as we do the project. So y'all see me in a little bit. I gotta go get ready so that we can get dirty. All right, everybody, Mr. Everything back now. This is the part that gets tricky. So hopefully y'all can see it pretty good as far as like how it looks on the screen. But here is our exhaust hole right here. It's flat. If you look at the region right here, it's really flat, which means that at one time this thing had to be ran low or hit something. It bottomed out. So that's where you got your it's got to be repaired right there. And I didn't even see that yesterday when I got under here and looked, but gotta somehow get this little extra flap off, because in order to wrap it and snug it down, gonna have to try to either bend this back or take this off in order to get a nice wrap on that and be able to clamp that down and tighten that down. So y'all see what we're working with. When you're also doing this, you could choose to take a measuring tape so that you can measure perfectly, or you can use it, use your eye to the best of your ability. And it's gonna be kind of hard to get a perfect because it's on a curve right here. I didn't even pay attention before I really looked at it, but since it's on a curve, it's gonna be kind of hard to even get this little piece. But we don't need perfection right now. I'm still gonna end up taking it to the exhaust shop when the time is right, but Project Lowrider is not far enough along yet to go ahead and worry about fixing this whole exhaust right now. So we're just doing a temporary fix so that, if I do transport it from here to there and I have to roll it up the road or something like that, it's not going to be losing a whole bunch of power and it's not going to sound terrible. So we'll be back with whatever we get once we get it together. And now we're back. Dun dun dun. What are those? Oh my God. I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Miyagi, you know what I'm saying, style. Old khakis and dun dun dun. Some old, you know what I'm saying, trusty dusties to work on the Lowrider. So now we going underneath. So y'all know I wasn't playing out here. Alright. So hopefully y'all can see what I did under here. Woo! Alright. Okay, now this ain't meant to be pretty. This is not to be pretty. This is not a permanent fix. Not forever. This is temporary. You could be on the side of the highway and something happened. You get a hole in your exhaust. You could be on your way to somewhere in the city, whatever. This is a temporary fix so that you can still drive your vehicle and whatnot. So what I did was we went ahead, I put the wrap on. You put on the wrap and you get it as tight as you can. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be perfect because, like I said, it was on a curve anyway. So if it was on a flat spot, we could get it as flat as we wanted to. We could tighten it down real good. I only cut off a little bit of the actual overall length on it so that because it really would probably go to around here. But I cut it down some so that it wouldn't go too much further in the curve. So when it comes to your clamps, you want to clamp them down as tight as possible. You don't want to be able to move them. If you can move them, they're not tight and it's gonna come off and you're gonna be driving. You might hear some rattling or something, and that's what it's gonna be. Now the hole was like right around in this area here, so I put it over that so it could be as tight as it could over the hole to not lose as much exhaust compression or exhaust, and therefore the motor can get the compression that it needs. And then I could have put it further down there, but I put the other one right here so we can go ahead and try to seal off some of that that hole and everything like that. So now like I say, it's not supposed to be pretty. Still plan on taking this thing to the exhaust and getting the full exhaust done just so that it could be brand spank new, Project Lowrider. But there's so many other things that I want to tackle on this particular truck. So the exhaust is not the most important right now. So just look at that, get a look at it. You know what I'm saying? Not on down there perfect, but it is tight, and I use my hand to basically crumple that down as tight as I can get it to the exhaust. So now, at the moment of truth, you know what I'm saying, I'm finna, you know what I'm saying, go handle some business real quick. When I get back, I'll go ahead and start this thing up so y'all can see what it sounds like. So, play the video back. At the beginning, once you get to this part, you hear how it sounds. You end up hearing how it sounds. Take it back to the beginning of the vehicle. The beginning of the video, and see what it sounded like before and after. Later. Alright, now I forgot. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all might not know about me is that I love cars. You know what I'm saying? But I don't just love the cars. I also love the model cars too. I like RC cars, all that stuff, and I'm gonna get into some of that, you know, as we go, you know what I mean? But this is just a little clip, something I put together a little while ago, from a famous scene from a movie all y'all might be able to recognize. So just sit back and check it out, and when that get done, then we're gonna get into the rest of the project, you know what I'm saying? Check it out. What are you smiling at? Dude, I almost had you. Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning. I thought if I got in your good graces, you let me keep my car. You are my good graces, but you ain't keeping your car. I owe you a 10-second car. Alright, everybody. Back again. Did you miss me? But, done now. You know what I'm saying? Had to take care of some things real quick. And, back to the project Lowrider. Had to wait a second, too. Some noise coming through. You know, whenever you get ready to film, then people want to come outside, you know what I'm saying? They want to work on outside projects. Got the little saw going on in the background. Ambulance come through like, eee! And then got the doggone hawks in the sky talking about, Boy, I'm telling you, better be glad I stay around some people, because if I didn't, I'd be outside with the rifle every time I hear, but whoa, wouldn't be no more sounds, you know what I'm saying? But I digress. Let's get back to Project Lowrider. So, was working on that exhaust anyway. And really, it doesn't take too long. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it kind of depends on however long it takes you to get everything set up and everything like that. And really, the longest part of this job, literally, the longest part of this job was tightening up the clamps. All right, so we about to start this thing up for y'all, so y'all can hear what it sounds like. Now, go back to the beginning of the video, and you can hear exactly what it sounded like before we started, and now what it sounds like. Now what it sounds like with the piece on. Not quiet. Tell, it is 10 times quieter than what it was before. Like, I can tell the difference. Like, I can even hear it when you hit the gas. You know what I'm saying? When you hit that gas, I can definitely feel the difference. You're still gonna have the noise now. You're not gonna have 100% perfection. And the reason why you're not gonna have the perfection and you're still gonna hear some of that seepage, because we don't have a perfect weld or nothing like that. It's not a perfect weld or nothing. All we did literally was put an exhaust wrap. That doggone hawk again, boy. Woo! They sure know how to do it. But anyway, the reason why you still are gonna hear some seepage, because there's still gonna be some air getting out. Only way you're gonna have it perfect is to go to an exhaust shop, either get a whole new piece or have them chop out that section and put a new piece in and weld everything, and then it's going to be quiet. It's going to sound good. But we'll get to that. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to the exhaust when we get to the exhaust. But I did want it to be quieter, and it also is quieter now. And we'll get to it when we get to it. But that whole thing, this whole particular project was brought to you by, y'all thought I was gonna have some type of sponsor or something. Nope, still me. They don't recognize the talents of your boy as of now, but they will, you know what I'm saying, mark my word. No, but that piece, I mean, that literally costed me $8, you know what I'm saying. And at any auto parts store, they should have it. Just ask for a little exhaust wrap, and I mean, that's basically all you do is go ahead and wrap that around that hole as good as you can. Make sure you tighten those clamps down really well so that you don't get nothing moving around. And I mean, that patch, that'll last. I mean, it should last you at least in sometime a few weeks or however long you need until you get it fixed. But like I said, we're gonna fix it, but we ain't there yet. If I find some footage, it's supposed to be a car show going on next week, but I don't get happy because of the fact that whenever you get happy about a car show coming to town or whatever, then they always be like, due to the situation and social distancing, and so everyone can feel comfortable, we're not going to have a car show. Now they got car shows and everything. People are like, you know, they want to be on Zoom and all of that. I'm like, all right, nah. I mean, you can watch your favorite YouTubers, you know what I'm saying, for good car content, hint, you know what I mean? But and I watch all my favorite YouTubers, you know what I'm saying, for their car content. So I mean, it is what it is. But till next time, I'm out, Mr. Everything, Lowrider.